morning and welcome to this week's edition of Eagle 7 News. I'm Mel Magnuson.
And I'm Jody Whitworth, and we're here to bring you up to speed on what's happening around campus.
Well, one lucky boy is going to have a birthday to brag about in years to come. Colson Liam Healy was born at 10:10 a.m. on October 10th, 2010. His father, Nicholas Healy, calls the time of birth a little crazy. Mother and son are reported to be doing fine at Cleveland's Fairview Hospital.
Thousands of people came together in Japan to play tug of war with a 656-foot rope. This tradition was started as an occasion for a national celebration. It originated nearly 400 years ago in Okinawa, Japan. The 42-ton rope was pulled on one side by the east half of the city and the other end by the west half. At the sound of a gong, both sides started to pull, and with little movement, the event ended in a draw.
The first embryonic stem cell trial in the world took place on Friday as the first human was injected with human embryonic stem cells. To be eligible, patients have to have had suffered a complete thoracic spinal cord injury, which means no movement below their chest. The cells that are being injected are derived from stem cells that were harvested from leftover embryos from fertility clinics. Since this process destroys the embryo, this type of research is particularly controversial. Scientists, however, are hoping that this will make a giant leap into further medical discoveries.
A federal judge issued an end to the enforcement of the Don't Ask, Don't Tell military policy. The 17-year-old policy began the military from asking about the sexual orientation of service members, but bans those who are openly gay from serving. U.S. Department of Justice attorneys now have 60 days to appeal this new ruling that allows those of homosexual orientation to join the military. While gay rights activist groups are delighted, government attorneys say that abrupt change might harm military operations in a time of war. The ruling is still not yet set in stone, but since it has a chance of repeal. We'll be right back after this short break.
Now here is Abby Millie.
Introducing the new and improved
Abby Miller.
Stick. Are you tired of not being able
Sports.
Thanks, Mel. If you have any interest in TV news, come join us for the NWC Live Workshop on Wednesday afternoons. Or if you have any ideas for stories or just want to write your own, you can email it to us at eagle7news@nwc.edu. Now, I'm going to be talking about the sports from last week. First off, a congratulations goes out to Josh Niedermeyer, Leah Kostick, and Alyssa Sandstrom for being awarded the UMAC Players of the Week on Tuesday. Kostick received the Volleyball Setter of the Week award for her outstanding performance, while Niedermeyer and Sandstrom received the acclaimed UMAC Player of the Week, each for their respective sport. The Eagles football team unfortunately lost 24-30 this past Saturday to Crown College. Crown's offense was fairly balanced as the Eagles struggled to stop their running game. Northwestern battles Minnesota Morris this Saturday at Reynolds Field at 1 o'clock. Eager to win that Northwestern pride back from Crown College, the Northwestern soccer teams successfully defeated the Crown Storm this past Tuesday. Lady Eagles dominated as 6 different players scored goals, giving them an outstanding 7-0 victory. The men's team put up a triumphant fight against Crown, and with a pair of goals in the second half, they came out on top with a 2-0 victory. Our very own Bridget Call interviewed men's soccer coach Greg Wheaton to ask him about what he thinks the rest of the season will look like.
We are going to get stronger, and the team's coming together. A lot of young players, but those young players are stepping up and doing a great job. So I envision that we're going to have a very successful conference season and hopefully bid up for the 1 and 2 spot this year.
Well, that's it for this week's sports. Be sure to check out nwceagles.com for the latest updates on Northwestern's athletics. Now here's Alex with the weather.
Well, thank you, Abby. Today we're experiencing partly cloudy skies and highs in the 70s. Tomorrow we'll be experiencing sunny skies with highs in the 60s and lows in the 40s. Looking ahead, this weekend will be partly cloudy with temperatures ranging in the 60s and the 70s. Well, that's all for weather. Back to you.
The unexpected box office success of The Blind Side in 2009 has the film industry. Can we just stop? Can we reset? Can we reset right now? Keep going. Eager to produce its newest family-friendly, faith-based film. The Secretariat. She's crying.
Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Keep going.
The true life story about a woman horse breeder who defies the odds to create a Triple Crown winner. Okay. Disney, who's looking to expand their audience to include the Christian movie viewers, is receiving much praise for their marketing strategy. The Secretariat hits theaters October 8th and has received surprisingly optimistic reviews.
70 days ago, 33 miners became trapped in a Chilean mine. Today, the miners rejoice in the arms of their loving families thanks to Wednesday's successful rescue mission. The rescue started early morning when a missile-like chamber less than 2 feet wide was lowered into the earth. The missile descended over 2,000 feet to the trapped men. No one in recorded history has ever survived underground as long as the Chilean miners. Despite all odds, one by one, they came to the surface and were greeted by their loved ones, joyous Chileans and spectators around the world. You know what? That's a great story. I didn't even know all this stuff is even possible. All those Chilean miners coming out of the ground, baby being born on 10/10/10 at 10:10 a.m. What are the chances?
That's crazy.
You know what? It's been a great show. I'm Mel Magnuson.
And I'm Jody Whitworth. Have a great chapel. I'm sorry. Please no.
I want to see that at chapel.